Now, coming back to Sector 3, after the attack, we intensified operations there. And here I can see 18 ADF terrorists have been killed, including somebody called Mubindo. I don't know whether it is Muhindo or Mubindo, from Kisinga in Kasese district, and one Fazure, Tanzanian. One terrorist was captured alive. 17 SMGs were captured. One machine gun, one RPG, 21 abductees have been rescued. This is now in Sector 3, the area where the attackers, those 10 people who killed those children, were from that group. And that's what has happened since that time. Now, overall, from Sector 1 and Sector 2, the enemy is killed. They don't show since when, whether from the beginning of the operation or not, but for Sector 1 and Sector 2, 567 enemies killed. SMGs captured 144, machine guns 7, RPGs 6, one mortar 60 millimeter, grenades 1, walkie-talkies 132. They had a lot of walkie-talkies, IEDs, improvised explosive devices 10 pieces, phones 47, abductees rescued 207, terrorists captured alive 50, those who surrendered 32. So I don't see the army people here because they are more involved. They should be able to inform you by making some of these people talk to you people, they captured, instead of me coming to tell you. The captured people should be the one to tell you, to tell the Ugandans. The abductees, the ones who have escaped. You know, the NRM and all its groups are always very, very, very weak in terms of information, in terms of informing people. Because why should Museveni be the one to come and talk about ADF? They are commanders who have been captured. Let them come and tell you, because I'm not ADF. Why am I the one talking about ADF and so on, as if I am? You should make the people who are involved to tell the story. You have the captured ADFs, you have those who have surrendered, you have the abductees. So they should be the one telling you the story, and the journalists asking them questions, and then they answer them, so that the whole population knows what's happening. Instead of keeping the war as if it's a secret for me and the commanders, and as if we are keeping a secret. Yes, there are some secrets of plans, but what has happened in the past is not a secret. It should be known. So I directed that the command of the army, it's because the UPDF are the ones directly involved, should be the ones to, they should bring journalists and bring these people, the ones they are reading, because I have their names here, those killed and captured, there are so many here. So some of these should come and inform you about what's happening. But the point I want to emphasize to you is that ever since 2007, the ADF was defeated. These efforts of trying to infiltrate and plant bombs and assassinate some people were really miscalculations by the ADF, and we are going to finish them. Now, regarding the bombs, the other day we defused the police. This time the CMI worked with the police to defuse more than 3 bombs, because there was one bomb which was going to be planted in Kayanja's church, which was intercepted and detonated. There was another one in a place called Bunamwaya, planted somewhere in a house. There was another one which was put in a lodge and was going to be exploded later. They were all captured, and the other materials for making bombs were captured. We know, and of course, the CMI and have arrested 7 people who were involved. And we know all this time the ones who are doing this. The planners, mainly the planners, we know them. Sometimes we don't know the executors, but eventually we come to know them. Now the planners are in Congo. So we are going for them. The Congo government has allowed us, apart from hunting the ones in the forests, which we have been doing since 2021, when we started. We shall go for these ones who are sending these young people to kill other people. The other day I had a cold and I had to check for corona. There was no corona at this time, but I still have that cold. Now, we are going to finish all these people. So what my purpose of talking to you now is to make you people not panic, thinking that this is a big problem. The problem was more or less solved long ago when we defeated ADF in Semliki Valley in 2007. In spite of the support for ADF by the Congo government of that time and by the government of Bashir in Sudan. Markets are more difficult, but the markets are more organized. There they can check the ones who are entering and leaving, because the markets are in confined places. So that's your assignment now. As we are hunting the other people there, your assignment is don't allow anybody you don't know to enter your church, to enter your mosque without challenging, and not only challenging, but also contact the police. There is somebody here. There's somebody here we don't know in this area. Now, ADF, because we have been hunting them, many of them had run away. They are not known in their areas. They are using strangers in these areas. Now, for the hotels and the lodges, take particulars of people who come there. Make sure they show you their ID cards with their pictures. Like this one who had planted a bomb in Budamwaya, who had planted 2 bombs, one in a house and another one in the hotel room. He asked for a room. And the attendant had no room. And then said, give me your phone. When I get the room, I will ring you, when people vacate the rooms. So the terrorist gave her a wrong number. So when the girl got to the room, she rang the number. The number was in Chotera, belonging to an old woman. So we had to arrest the old woman, poor old woman, because her number was with the terrorists. But then the terrorists came back separated now without ringing and found that the room was there. Then the girl said, but you gave me the number. When I rang, nobody picked. So, oh, the other man didn't answer. They're also not very clever. So you can see there is a gap by the hotel people and the landlords. Because remember, a terrorist must sleep somewhere in the night. You know, the one who is talking to you is a former, not terrorist, but because the question of where do you sleep is very, very serious. If you have got a smart group who tighten where people sleep, it's a problem for you. Because you must bring your card, your ID card with your picture, and the telephone numbers there. So if you tighten that system of the hotel owner, the hotel receptionist, not even owner, the receptionist must not allow anybody to book without showing their ID cards, which then are recorded. Because the ID cards these days are strict. They are no longer the other ones where people are just printing. I think they are electronic. Are they not electronic? The ID cards now. Yes. The ID cards, and then you must, so you police, you really train our people, the receptionists, the hotel owners, no room without showing an ID card, and making sure that my face is the one which is on the. Nobody should enter your bar because you drinkers, you know one another. I was not a drinker, but I would be in company with drinkers. In Nairobi, when I was recruiting the Foreigners people, we had a small hotel called Normandy, where the owner thought I was a big smuggler of gold and that I had a lot of money because I used to come with dollars and so on. So the owner thought I was a big smuggler. And, but we knew one another, the ones who were drinking in that place. There was a Kenyan minister who used to come and drink there called Robert Matano. He didn't know me. I don't know what he thought I was, because I was supposed to be my name was Kasum. I was Haji Kasum. So our hotel, we knew one another. So the drink mates, please don't allow anybody whom you don't challenge him. He may have no problem. He'll be just a visitor, but challenge him. Let him be checked, and before you allow him. And then the hotels and the real estate, identity cards. For the buses and markets, you need to search people who are coming. There's no shortcut for that, for the buses. But it will not take long, because we are really, they are desperate. They are desperate. I don't know whether to advise them to surrender, because even if they surrender, especially the hardcore, the ones who have been doing bad things, we can't just forgive them. They will have to be held accountable. They have done so many bad things, but maybe they may not die. They may be sentenced to prison sentences. If they surrender, we can look at, even if he's condemned to a death sentence, but if he's not dead, there's a chance that he may get a pardon for lower sentence. So I think there is still some advantage for them to surrender now. Otherwise, they will die. We shall kill them. They have done bad things. They have provoked all this. Imagine they wanted to, if they had gone into that church of Kayanja, how many people would have died?